All Def's SquADD sponsors include Universal Pictures' Candyman. Filmmaker Nia DaCosta directs a terrifying fresh take on the blood-chilling urban legend Candyman. Candyman is produced by Oscar winner Jordan Peele. The legend of Candyman is, if you say his name 5 times in the mirror, he appears in the reflection and kills you. As Chicago's Cabrini Green neighborhood deals with being gentrified beyond recognition, visual artist Anthony McCoy, played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen, unknowingly opens a door to a complex past, exposing the horrific true story of Candyman. A terrifying wave of violence is unleashed as Anthony's own sanity unravels, putting him on a collision course with destiny. Candyman stars Yahya Abdul-Mateen, Tiana Paris, Nathan Stewart Jarrett, and Coleman Domingo. This Friday, I dare you to say it. Candyman, 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 Candyman. In theaters Friday.
Hey, Kevin. We're glasses twins. Hey, nerd.
Hi, Kev.
Hello, comedian Ty Davis. Hello, Heidi.
What? How dare you not say hi to me, Kevin?
You didn't say hi. You said we're glasses twins.
So you just don't acknowledge that?
Hello, Megan.
Hi, Kevin.
You look like a substitute teacher.
Do I?
Yes.
Well, Ty looks like she's on her smoke break.
That's because I am, Meg.
See how she tried to throw you under the bus as another black woman to a black woman?
No, I didn't. I just said that earlier. I said she looked like don't she look like she on a smoke break for real?
Ty Davis did a guest spot with us this weekend. Totally killed in Baltimore Comedy Factory.
I heard.
Thank you so much for letting me get some reps, because prior to those shows, I hadn't done a show in like a little over 2 weeks. So you know how you start to feel like, a little rusty. So
yes.
Thank you, Kev. You actually helped me to prepare for this weekend. I got 9 shows this weekend. So, yeah.
Dang.
It was my pleasure.
But I'm ready. The rust has been shaken off. And it was so good to see you guys in Baltimore. Loves Kev.
They were great. Baltimore always shows love. I had an interaction with a native Baltimorean. He hold on, it's my kid's school.
Hi guys.
Hey, what up?
Hi,
Pat.
Pat.
Hey, Pat, can you wipe your screen off?
Oh.
Yeah, some like your braid grease is all over it. Just kidding, because you don't be using
Braid grease
them.
isn't a thing.
Pat, why don't y'all never invite me to Arcade Tokens, man? I like video games and cosplay.
Would you go?
No?
That's what I was thinking. I don't invite you anywhere I know you wouldn't go.
I guess y'all just be looking like y'all be having a lot of fun. I be wanting to be around people having fun.
You invite him. He looked like Kirby, so let him go.
This is being recorded.
Hey, man, what happened to you, Megan? You were a sweet little person when we first met.
Got a little background and then started
finance degree and all that.
These are my paintings that I painted. If anyone would like to purchase them, bidding starts at $1 million.
Now you're just a clit head.
Yo, when you said that this weekend,
yeah, man, we need to work with women who are jerks. It's clit head.
Clit? Oh, instead of dickhead?
Yeah. I'm trying to get that going.
I'll help.
no.
Meg's a clit head.
Whatever. That's so perfect coming from you, Kev, because you got a coochie.
Is this broadcasted already, or do you?
No, we're just recording it.
Hey, what about instead of a-hole, v-hole? Like you.
Yes. Well, women.
No, because women have a-holes too.
Yeah, but so it's not about what. Wait, what? It's not about what people have.
Why would you need to change it for women?
No, we're just making new stuff.
Yeah, man, we're making new stuff.
Yeah, your v-hole.
Clit head makes sense.
It worked,
about
sure.
inclusion.
Stop being such a v-hole.
All right, the objective is to get at least three more a-holes for terms for women.
Oh, I was like, you want 3 more? Okay.
You got v-hole and clit head.
What about 7 for like when they talk too much, like me?
That's just a Meg.
Shut up, Kevin. You have a coochie.
You. Oh, why that's so funny?
Ty is just like, I am on my smoke break. What the?
Well, what about this? Okay, so you know how like the term douchebag, but usually when you call someone a douchebag, you're referring to a dude. So what would we say for douchebag to counter that?
That's good. There's no special cleaning thing for men's nether regions.
All wipes, ball deodorant. That's all new stuff, though.
Yeah, that's kind of long. You ball deodorant. I don't even know what kind of insult you're going for there.
Wait, like what is like jock itch powder? What about that?
Ooh, yeah, like well, that's not baby powder, right? That's something else.
No, exactly? That's
I've been hearing about that my whole life.
jock itch. Is that tonight? No, that's athlete's foot. Athlete's foot.
Yeah, it's like the same kind of commercial, right? Athlete's foot and jock itch. But I've never been an athlete or a jock, so.
Yeah, but the jock is a cup, right? Like it.
I know, but jock itch is just the itching part, huh?
Lotramin is a jock itch cream.
Oh, so then that means it's athlete's feet. It's the same fungus as ringworm, athlete's feet, jock itch.
But on your balls?
Yeah, I guess.
Ringworm on the balls?
Like
Kevin, tell us.
Yeah, tenactin, tough acting tenactin. I guess that's for jock itch too.
Wait, Kevin, you've been an athlete. You used to play tetherball in elementary school. What? You are the tetherball champion.
Wait, tetherball is a real sport, Meg.
How are you supposed to hit it? I never knew. Like this.
You gotta make sure that ball wrap all the way around.
Wait, everybody has a different technique. Pat's going like this.
Then it gets faster. Yeah. That.
And then when it wraps tight, then what do? You do it the same thing other way?
Then you if it goes the other way, you start losing. You just keep going.
Like once it wraps tight, you win. You'd be like, yeah.
Oh, I never knew.
Wait, did you never play tetherball?
Never played.
No one invited me.
Nobody wanted Meg to play tetherball. Nobody in elementary was like calling her over for fun. They're like, who's that freaking weird kid playing Settlers of Catan?
Great game. That is a great game. Don't play
Every time Meg tried to jump in, they cut the rope. They're like, no, we're not. We're not playing anything. Oh, sorry, Meg, it's broken.
That's so disrespectful.
Just imagine the kids doing the merry-go-round, and then Meg comes over, and they're just like, we don't want to play this anymore.
They take the off.
I was a fun kid, okay? Thank you very much.
Hi, Megan.
I was very fun.
You were alone.
Meg, I wasn't. I had a lot of friends. I always had friends. I was fun.
Meg probably did her math with an abacus.
I'm not that old.
Meg, you sound like me when I go, I'm nice.
Right.
Like I'm very nice. You'd be like,
very nice.
So
I have
sorry.
a lot of friends. Shut up, Kevin. You have a coochie.
What's going on?
Meg was like, I have a lot of friends. Mr. Potato Head, Raggedy Ann, the teddy bears.
Teddy Rumpskin.
They're just all set up in the classroom. Like, yeah.
Teddy Rumpskin was wild, man. When you played a different tape on there and played in slow motion, that was like the devil.
Yeah.
I never had one of those. What year was that?
That was probably late 80s.
Teddy Ruxpin? Was that the wait, that sounds familiar. That was like
the bear that he had a tape in his back and you put it and he would be like, I'm Teddy Ruxpin. I
remember I just can't remember his face. I felt like he was
animatronic like Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh. Okay, I think I remember that. Teddy Ruck.
You over here looking it up.
I am. That's what Oh yeah. That was super creepy. I heard that teddy bears were named after Theodore Roosevelt for some reason.
Really? Oh, that makes sense. Teddy. Yeah,
but why him?
I don't know. Teddy Ruxpin. All right, y'all. This is a good place to stop. But before we do go to our commercial. I just want to welcome the beautiful ladies that you see on All Def all the time. Miss Ty Davis, hello, redhead number one, and Heidi Heaslet, hello, redhead.
I want to welcome the fellas. We got Patrick and we got Megan Scoop.
And that's it, because Kevin has a coochie.
It's such an easy out.
It is. I love it. I love it. Coochies are great though, Kev. You should be like feeling very accomplished and special because we've allowed you to have a
coochies. Are great.
Coochies are great. There's a lot that can happen in them. Babies come out of them. You can use them for the sex. You can use them for a lot of stuff.
Use them for the sex? They're warm? I've never experienced a cold coochie.
Probably because that would be a corpse.
Oh,
they are warm. They are.
See, I feel like there's some alive.
Are they warm to you? Are they is that room temperature?
No, I feel like they're a little bit I feel like it's like you ever like leave something in the microwave and you come back to it and you're like, it's warm, but I want it a little hotter.
Wait, like, what?
Like you ever like put something in the microwave and then like you forgot about it?
Right, but that didn't happen with coochie.
No, but I'm saying like when you come back to it, it's not like ideal heat, but you're like, it's still a little warm, so I'll eat it. It's kind of like that.
Imagine if coochies were so hot, you were eating them and you're like,
oh my God.
If you burnt your tongue on a coochie, that would really mess up the whole.
That's called syphilis, okay?
Girl, what is wrong with you? How long you had this coochie in the microwave for? Oh, my bad. You said you wanted warmed up. Burn the bottom lip.
You gotta let it sit.
Oh my God.
Let it sit a little bit.
You gotta let it rest. You just set coochies out on a windowsill like pies. Yeah, just put it out there for a little bit. Give it about 20 minutes.
Hold on.
The cartoon smell comes out and touches the nose and hugs it. You start floating like Mickey Mouse.
I do have a
question.
Do
y'all remember Monterey Jack on Chip and Dale when he would smell cheese and he would start flying? Cheese. I would love that to happen for Coochie, and you smell it and he's just like.
Do you want to talk about men's parts in the microwave, or are we just going to do women's parts in the microwave?
Feel free. Feel free.
That was actually an empowering conversation. That wasn't.
Okay, and on this note, let's go to commercial. We'll be right back after this.
As you prep for back to school season, slide securing life insurance onto that to-do list between buying a protractor and some number 2 pencils. Policy Genius makes it easy to compare quotes and get covered. You see, Policy Genius makes it easy to compare quotes with over a dozen top insurers, all in one place. Why compare? You can save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes on Policy Genius. You can save $1,300 or more per year on life insurance by using Policy Genius to compare policies. The licensed experts at Policy Genius work for you, not the insurance companies, so you can trust them to help you navigate every step of the shopping and buying process. That type of service has earned Policy Genius thousands of 5-star reviews across Trustpilot and Google, and eligible applicants can be covered in as little as a week, thanks to an award-winning policy option that swaps the standard medical exam requirement for a simple phone call. This exclusive policy was recently rated #1 by Forbes, higher than options from Ladder, Ethos, or Besto. Getting started is so easy. First, head over to policygenius.com. In minutes, you can work out how much life insurance coverage you need and compare personalized quotes to find the best price for you. When you're ready to apply, the Policy Genius team will handle the paperwork and the scheduling for free. And Policy Genius doesn't add any extra fees. So head to policygenius.com and get started right now. Policy Genius. When it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right.
All right, first topic of the day. Would you rather have food from the gas station or food from the dollar store? Which one?
This is easy to me. Easy. Yeah. Gas station all the way.
Same.
For sure.
I was just in Baltimore. Baltimore has Royal Farms, which is a gas station that has amazing fried chicken.
Yes.
They have Wawa, which is a gas station that has amazing food.
Yep.
This is hot. These are solid offerings for gas station food. AM PM is up there for me for warm, sweaty burgers.
Burgers?
Yeah, I mean, these aren't the best. I ate a lot of those when I was in college. AM PM was just, if you only have $5, it goes a long way at AM PM. So
it goes the same distance as $5 at the dollar store.
Well, no, but
the quality is not there.
Yeah, I think also just on the topic of hot food, you know, like I don't think that the dollar store has hot food, whereas gas stations, which I consider a 7-Eleven and an AMPM, like you can get a hot dog, you can get a pizza, you can get, you know, I haven't had fried chicken, but you can get hot. I don't, in my experience, why am I trying to sound so bougie? In my fucking experience, the dollar store ain't got no fucking hot food, okay? And a gas station
they don't have hot food, but they have fresh food, okay? Y'all ain't ever been to the dollar store where they have like...
I'm not buying no vegetables from the dollar store.
Yeah. They're actually good.
I don't want my vegetables from the dollar store.
I mean, I don't either, but I do like to eat fruits and vegetables a lot. I love
And I don't want my hot food from a gas station, but we got to come to a compromise.
I do.
Why y'all act like you can't just heat up the food that you get from the dollar store?
Because you can't.
They be having meat. They be having all that stuff. You could cook it.
They have meat at the dollar store.
As a traveling comedian from LA means a lot of times you get to a city and everything is closed. Sometimes all you have is a gas station. Dollar store's already closed. I've eaten dinner at a gas station a lot of times.
Same.
Not on purpose, but just
we can see.
Race.
I'm just playing.
A lot of Raisin Bran Crunch and chips and stuff like that has been purchased. I can't remember the last time I've been to a dollar store, but I've been
for the broke people on here.
That wasn't even a flex. There's nothing that I have to get at the dollar store anymore.
Mm-hmm.
When I had my first apartment, I bought all my dishes and all that stuff from the dollar store.
Yeah. But I like party decorations. There's just more stuff you could get at the dollar store because it I mean, food wise, there's no hot food, but
food wise, other stuff wise, the dollar store is great, but like food wise,
party decorations,
toys,
art and crafts,
yep,
even candy.
Off-brand
sodas.
Did y'all know that for the dollar store, y'all know like all the food, like for example, a box of Lucky Charms that you get at the grocery store, they actually manufacture a smaller size box for the dollar store. And I didn't realize, I was like, it costs $4 at the grocery store, only costs $1. And then I realized it was because I only had $1 worth of Lucky Charms in a smaller box.
You're buying them little individual
bowl.
They're a little bit bigger than that, but it's still smaller than the box you get at the regular store. I thought it was beating the system.
I did not know that. Why would they make those specifically for dollar store? That seems like a lot of work.
There's a lot of money in it. There's a lot of people who buy food and products from there. So it's like, if I want to get in on the game of the dollar store, I'm not trying to give no $4 box away for $1. So let me make a box that is $1 worth of food and y'all can purchase that.
I've always been curious about how the dollar store makes their money too.
Just send the stale boxes of cereal from the grocery store to the dollar store. And
that's probably what it is, yeah.
Sell that for $1.
I feel like it's neither, because it's like, I remember my dad always used to eat from gas stations, and I remember I had a taquito once, and it was like, it tasted like it was sat out there like days before. So I haven't eaten since. So I don't know. I feel like
the shell and the taquitos in the gas station are super rough. You're correct.
Yeah, and I wouldn't go there for a hot snack. So but I do feel like in terms of like the rows of snacks, gas stations have better options than dollar store. So
yeah, man, all the road trips, gas stations are clutch for road trips.
Yeah.
And also, when you have like a road trip gas station, they have way more options. The gas stations in the middle, the best gas station ever is Buc-ee's in Texas. Have y'all been there?
No.
Oh my God. If you are ever in Texas, go to Buc-ee's. It's humongous. It's the biggest gas station ever. They had like pulled pork sandwiches in there.
What?
Full on everything. I was blown away. We were getting gas. It was on one tour. We were driving from Houston to Dallas, I think. Bruh, I was like, yo, first of all, it feels like a super Walmart, the amount of just gas station pumps they have. But they have a lot of food. I made a video about it. I'll send it to you guys. It's crazy.
Wait, what is y'all's like go?
What'd you say?
Oh no, go ahead, Pat.
I was gonna say, is it like a regular looking gas station with all that stuff inside, or is it like one of those big ones that have a restaurant in it?
It's a huge. It's like almost like a Costco gas station.
Is it like those ones on the way back from Vegas?
Like a restaurant?
Not exactly, but that's kind of the closest thing to it.
You mean like the ones with Subway in it? Those?
Yeah. It's almost like an attraction.
Mm-hmm.
What's y'all's go to road trip snack? Like you only get it when you go on road trips, or mostly?
Well, seeing as how I just did an accidental road trip, I would say Red Bull and Kit Kats, and potentially like one of those like Starbucks things like this.
Pat, by the way, your TikTok a while ago, when you were trying to make the Frappuccino with that Starbucks thing, and you kept forgetting to do it, the video just ended. I was so upset. I wanted satisfaction. You just gave up on it. I was like, nigga, try it again.
It was like a 4-day shoot.
The one where you shake it, right?
My favorite road trip snack are Miss Vicky's jalapeno chips, the kettle ones. Those things are so solid. Good. And peach rings.
Oh yeah, I
never get those any other time than on a road trip.
Beef jerky. I feel like that's a good road trip snack, but I don't be at the house just eating jerky.
Right. What about you, Ty?
I prefer the gas station food. I had taquitos from 7-Eleven. I mean, but I don't see, when you get the gas station food, the kicker is I make them make my stuff fresh. So like if I go to 7-Eleven and I'm like, oh, I want wings or I want a pizza, like if it's been sitting under those lights for a while, I'm like, nah, go ahead and throw me something fresh on there. But I love gas station food, especially on the late night.
Like, hey, what's your go-to road trip snack though?
My go-to road trip, okay, this is gonna sound weird. I still eat combos. You remember combos? Like
oh yes, I haven't had those in a long time.
They still make those. They still make combos. Those are only in gas stations.
So I'll grab a bag of the pizza combos or the cheddar cheese combo. Still rock with those. That's my thing.
You know what? Along those lines, corn nuts is the thing that I get from the gas station. The jalapeno corn nuts and the ranch.
Yeah.
I do like those.
I do Funyuns.
Funyuns?
Eating Funyuns.
I don't eat them in real life.
The spicy ones, kind of like the hot Cheeto Funyuns. Those are solid.
Oh, I've never had those. I just do the regular Funyuns.
Yeah, my mom eats those. Every time she sends me to Royal Farms, Cab, give me a bag of Funyuns. Royal Farms is the truth. I'm so glad that you had a good time when you were in Baltimore. I'm glad Charm City was nice to you. I would have been sad if something bad happened to you here.
Why is Baltimore called Charm City? I saw that.
Because as Tahir eloquently put it, charm is a euphemism for crack. So I'm just kidding. I don't know why they call it that. But that's what he said to me one time. He was like, charm is euphemism for crack. And I was like, but yeah, I have no idea why they call it Charm City, and they say that Baltimore is the city that reads, and I'm like, what?
That reads?
Yeah, the city that reads.
Heidi, what's your go-to road trip snack?
So Sour Patch, the watermelon ones. I don't normally get like Sour Patch watermelon, but they don't always have those. And then the other thing, I was like kind of in the same category as like a Chex Mix or like some sort of like salty mix combination.
Okay.
Salty, like it's either sour or sweet. Like basically when I'm on a road trip, I want sour or sweet. And then like last effort is like an energy drink. But I go salty, sour. I know this is super general, but like, you know, a bitch been to a lot of gas stations.
It's actually funny. What did Kev say? He said that there's certain foods he only eats on road trips. I feel like there's also certain foods that I like only eat at gas stations. Like there's chips that I only get at a gas station, but like if I was in like Ralph's, I would never get those.
Correct. Like I would never get. That's what I'm saying. Like when I'm on a road trip, I'd be like, you know what? Let me get them little Sour Patch, little watermelon things. But if I was
are fire.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like if I was in Rouse, I'd be like, I don't need them motherfuckers. I'm sorry, I'm cursing. Is this gonna ruin the edit?
This is all deaf. You can curse. They like it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I only get Sour Patch watermelons from a gas station. I have never bought Sour Patch watermelons from a grocery store unless I stole them when I was a kid.
Why is that? Is that tradition?
No, it's just that they gave us a candy aisle and they said free samples, so I was sampling.
Oh yeah, it was supposed to be like you're supposed to deposit like a nickel or something.
Yeah, but like, what if I don't have a nickel and you say free samples? So let me sample.
It's free.
You said free samples, so I'm sampling free.
I have no idea what y'all talking about.
Yeah, I don't either, but I was just
I don't know either.
I don't eat sushi from the gas station. I feel like that's the quickest way to end up in the emergency room.
Oh, you should never eat
sushi at the gas station.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've seen sushi at a stadium, like a game, and that makes me super uncomfortable.
It has to be in the right context. Like I even
love sushi from the grocery store.
Me too. I be over there waiting in Kroger or Ralph's. I be waiting for the little.
But at least they make it that day. You can see them making it that day in those.
I usually have to make my own right then.
I grew up on that. I didn't eat sushi in a restaurant until I was like a teenager. Mm-hmm. I was always doing Ralph's sushi, but like fast food, gas station, anything with seafood, I just feel weird about. Even delivery for some reason. I've never postmated fish, and I don't know why.
All the time. I do it all the time. It's great.
Postmate
sushi, Meg?
Absolutely. At least once a week.
Really?
But Meg, do they only give it to you in the rolls?
I do the rolls. I'm not a nigiri kind of girl. I'm a sushi roll.
What's a nigiri?
It's just the meat, the little fish meat on top of
that was sashimi.
I thought it was
on top of rice is nigiri. Sashimi is just the meat.
Oh, you talking about the hand rolls?
No. Literally, you just take the piece of meat and you set it on.
It's basically
top of a little roll of rice. A little piece of
considered nigiri.
Yes, and then sashimi is just the meat part.
So what is it when it has rice and then the stuff inside and then it's wrapped in seaweed?
Sushi.
Oh.
I
thought sushi was like the umbrella term for all of that.
No.
Oh wait, so yeah, I guess so. So sashimi wouldn't fall under sushi?
Well, Meg, correct me if I'm wrong.
Kind of, yeah.
When you have a barbecue, right? There's like chicken, there's ribs, there's hot dogs, but sushi is a very specific category, but we use it as an overall term.
Exactly. Boom. There you go. You better make it. Japanese are proud of you, Heidi, okay?
You're about to call her Heather just because she's white.
No, that's not why.
No, it's fine.
So listen, I want to understand, Meg and Heidi, seems like you guys know the rules. Sushi is the umbrella company. Nigiri is a piece. Cut rolls, hand rolls, and sashimi all fall under sushi.
No, we call it, sushi is also a piece of that. there's sushi, there's hand rolls, there's nigiri, there's sashimi, but we call it all sushi because it's kind of like she said, like all of this is barbecue, even though you might have like hot dogs, it's not technically barbecue, right? Mm-hmm. But you call the whole thing barbecue. Does that make sense?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
So sushi, but it's basically you call the whole place a sushi restaurant, but they have different types of things, including sushi.
I guess sashimi isn't technically sushi. It says sushi is sometimes confused with sashimi, which is a related dish in Japanese cuisine.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No, Heidi, he's not listening to you. He'll read about it for himself.
You know, I don't know shit, you know.
You know what I did not realize until I watched
Wikipedia said it, it's right.
Yeah, well, I mean, even though Meg and I said it first.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we're talking about sushi. Meg was kind of iffy on it. Heidi came in hot, so I was just like, all right, my sources are confused.
Patrick, you know I always come in hot. That's like one of the best and worst things about me. I'll be like, sushi is like, you know, like I get it. I have to work on that about myself.
I was watching a documentary on sushi, and you ever seen people, they put the little ginger on top of the sushi?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was watching a documentary, and that's supposed to be a palate cleanser between different bites of sushi.
Yeah.
And they were talking how Americans just be putting it on the sushi, and they be getting frustrated.
It's so good like that.
And then somebody was saying that. Somebody was like, man, it's your food. Eat it how you want to.
Well, you know, somebody taught me years ago to put the ginger and the wasabi and the soy sauce in a little dish and mix it up. But I don't feel like that's actually, now that I've done it a couple times, don't love it.
It does make the soy sauce better, but I'm
I'm
way too used to eating the ginger on top. Ginger, like by itself, is good, but I like it on top of the thingy.
I specifically tell them don't give me ginger or wasabi. I don't even want it because my first time experiencing wasabi, I almost died.
How much did you eat?
You took too much.
I thought it was gum.
Oh.
I'm sorry?
What? Why would you think that's gum?
Okay, hear me out. Okay, so
what gum is ever plated with your food with no wrapper?
Okay,
that's
because I was like, oh,
part of the world.
Okay, so I get sushi for the first time, and I'm like, what's the pink stuff? Is that gum? And they were like, no, it's supposed to like help freshen up your breath and cleanse your palate or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. The same for the green stuff. Now the person I was with, they're a V-hole because they were like, yeah, that's what that's for too. And I was like, all right, bet. So I had yellowtail and I had salmon, like raw. So I'm like, oh, okay, I don't want to have fishy breath. So I put the ginger in my mouth and I was like, oh, I don't like that. So then I was like, all right, well, I'll just chew some gum to get the fishy taste out of my mouth. And it was green. So I thought it was like spearmint. I thought it was minty. And I put the whole freaking glob in my mouth. And I almost was not here to tell you guys this story because
I ain't gonna hold you. Listen, I love you. You're a great person. The fact that you thought they put naked gum on a plate of fish, like, yeah, just pick up this piece of gum that has never been in the shape of any type of gum you've eaten before.
Chewed gum at that.
Right. I thought it was a new culture. I thought
when you picked that up, when you got that texture, you thought still gum.
I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And I thought it was gum, man.
The thing about it that's so dangerous, if you think it's gum, the way you probably bit into that thinking it was gum, there's a lot of wasabi if you're thinking it's gum.
Yes. I thought it was gonna taste like mint. Ooh.
I thought it was spearminty and it was not. I almost died. Remember when you had the food pat from the thing? It was very much that experience, and that's why I don't with it. So to be safe, anytime I order sushi, I'm like, I don't want any ginger wasabi. I don't want to see it. I know, but I learned from my mistakes. That's like
saying I don't use forks because I stabbed myself with one. That has nothing to do with the fork. You could just use it the right way.
Nah, I'm cool. I think I had enough wasabi in that moment that I never need to try it again. And not even how you're supposed to do it. I'm good on that.
We thought they plated the gum.
I thought it was gum. I was like, ooh, this is Asian cuisine. I've never had sushi. Let's do it all. Let's experience everything. Ooh, fishy breath. Yes, I will have this gum.
All right, y'all. It's a good place to let me know what you're choosing. Are you choosing food from the gas station or food from the dollar store?
I'm choosing gum from the sushi restaurant.
Gas station.
Gas station for me.
Gas station.
Gas station.
I'm gonna just ride for the dollar store right here.
Really?
Looks like the gas stations have it for the food. We'll be right back after this. Don't chew that gum.
Order for time.
We deserve to know what we're putting in our bodies and why, especially when it comes to something that we're taking every single day. Ritual's clean, vegan-friendly multivitamin is formulated by high-quality nutrients in bioavailable forms that your body can actually use. What you won't find: sugars, GMOs, major allergens, synthetic fillers, and artificial colorants. Plus, the fresh taste and delayed release capsule design make taking your vitamins easy. I've been taking Ritual for a few months now, and I love it. I love the taste, and I had to find something for myself because my diet is starting to turn more to the vegan side, and Ritual is perfect for that. Ritual is made traceable, so you'll always know what nutrients you're taking and where they're coming from. Thanks to Ritual's one-of-a-kind visual supply chain. Ritual is also designed with your life stage in mind. It's now available for women, men, and teens. Ritual's multivitamin is scientifically developed to support different life stages. So, get key nutrients without the BS. Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off their first 3 months. So visit ritual.com/squad. That's ritual.com/squad and start your ritual today.
All right, welcome back. Next topic. Who is a better dancer, Michael Jackson or Usher?
Are we talking about right now? Because if you're not talking about Michael Jackson when he's alive, this is not even a conversation.
Well, I mean, we can't talk about him right now. He's dead. What do you mean?
That's the only way that Usher has an opportunity to win, is if Michael Jackson is no longer living.
Like a versus with like Usher's dancing.
Hologram.
Michael Jackson dancing
is the best dancer.
That was his best quality of all his artistry outside of being a humongous star.
You think his dancing was better than his singing?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. He was a great dancer in a lot of different forms.
He was really good.
Have you seen his robot when he was a little kid? It was amazing.
It was kind of scary if you think about it.
He also created a signature dance move. I know he didn't invent it, but he popularized the moonwalk. He it was so good. He had a video game and a movie after it.
Usher.
I feel like Usher is really good because he followed Michael Jackson.
That's always a tough argument, but I think you can follow somebody and be better than him. I don't think that is the case here. Michael Jackson's choreography is so doggone big. There's the Thriller choreography might be the most famous choreography of any dance in the history of dance. But Usher has some good ones too.
I want to go see Usher in Vegas, y'all. I saw a little clip.
It looks lit.
YK
his little sparkly suit. His little sparkly suit.
I want to go. Who want to go with me? I'm trying.
I'll go. I just do think that Michael is better than Usher. I'm so sorry. Let me say this clean. I think that Michael is better than Usher. I think Usher is very good. I think the show in his Vegas, it looks very fun. I'd love to go. We can't go to Michael's show because Michael is, like Kev referenced, is passed on. But you know, Michael is a better dancer.
You have to
dance. He's a better dancer than anybody.
Yeah. Like he's better than anybody.
Plus,
I think Chris Brown comes close to him though, like following. You know what I mean?
Hi. You know what I'm gonna say next.
Stop. Don't. Heidi, don't do it.
Okay, all right.
No, Heidi, don't. But
Okay,
I
no,
will say
I'll
this.
say that. I mean, I do have to,
dancer.
because I don't know if it helps with like being a great dancer, but the work ethic that Michael Jackson had, I do think it is because he did have a traumatic childhood. You got a father that beats you for anything, like you end up becoming great because you don't want to get beat. And I feel like that's why his work ethic is insane.
Thank you, Meg.
What'd you say?
So his whole career is a trauma response. That's what I heard you say.
That's no, seriously, I do believe that. I do believe it because he was that, like, it helped him to be that great. I mean, I'm not gonna say he wouldn't have been great if his father didn't beat him, but I'm saying I think that's part of why he had such good work ethic.
You know what's crazy? Like with that whole thing, everybody talks about the actual beating abuse, but a lot of the abuse was just like long practice and rehearsal hours. So
psychological. Shoot.
The abuse was making them practice, which helped his craft. Obviously it was a sad situation, but it helped his craft because he was putting in on that 10,000, probably 20,000 hours. So like, people always reference like the physical, like hitting and stuff like that, but it was like he was forced to practice, whereas people who are obviously in more lax situations practice less. And I think that a bigger thing is style. Like stylistically, Michael Jackson is like oozing with his own style, and it seems like today to be a dancer, you have to like dance like Michael Jackson. Whereas I've never heard anyone be like, "Damn, that guy, he dances just like Usher." Like I even though Usher's a great dancer, I can't.
Usher's a very well-rounded artist. He's good at a lot of things. He's a good dancer. I don't think he's as good as Michael Jackson.
Wait, what about Usher versus Chris Brown? Who's better?
Chris Brown is the best. Chris Brown to me is the best dancer, male dancer, not named Michael Jackson.
The only reason we don't acknowledge Chris Brown, which is interesting. Oh, you know what, Heidi, stop bringing shit up.
I mean, he had traumatic experience too. He does.
No, but I'm just saying, like, the reason that we don't acknowledge Chris Brown is because of, you know what?
Heidi, you either gonna say it or you gonna not say it.
Yeah, you just went up. You hit the same wall twice in the exact same way.
Chris Brown
is a better dancer than Usher. Sorry.
He is. I do think that too.
Yeah, he's also probably a terrible person and an abuser.
But that's not what we're talking about, Kev.
No, I know. I'm just saying that tarnishes in people's mind. That tarnishes how you look at it.
But I'm saying, but there's people that thought the same thing about Michael Jackson.
It's true. People have thought that about Michael Jackson.
I don't know.
There's people who have thought that about Usher. Not that he was an abuser, but there's some skeletons in his closet, according to some allegations. I am neither here to confirm nor deny these allegations. I'm just saying.
He's had some scandal as well.
I forgot about that.
Just dancing and doing this 5, 6, 7, 8. Michael Jackson is the king. Michael Jackson's I was randomly watching this a couple months ago. His Super Bowl performance, the anticipation of him about to dance had people passing out. All he did was this, and they were like, "I'm out. I can't do it."
Just never understood that why people would pass out. I don't understand.
He hadn't even did anything. And then his next move was this.
And then just going.
And they were losing it. That was like 4 minutes. And all he did was this and take off some glasses.
What makes them pass out? Do they stop breathing? Like, does their heart stop? What? Like, how do you?
The excitement.
Control, excitement.
And his concerts used to be so packed and so many people, so people would be dehydrated, people would be hot. So that was a factor. I used to see
they be passing out at festivals, right?
Yeah, dragging people out because they done passed out because they just so excited and
That's
I don't care I don't think this is just me personally. There's no artist that I'm ever paying that much and then my body is gonna
fall out.
The money in my wallet would be like, wake up before they take you out of here. Can you imagine paying all that money to be that close and you wake up in the ambulance? I'd be like, take me back.
Right.
Put me back and turn this off. Get me out.
The ambulance gonna cost more than the tickets.
Seriously.
I can't believe that's a thing.
Yeah, the ambulance ride, that's just a ridiculous cost. Like
my roommate in college overdosed. He was a very small man. He was like, I don't know, 110 pounds. And he was trying to drink 21 shots of tequila on his 21st birthday. Or actually, it wasn't his first birthday. This is our freshman year, so it might have been his 18th or 19th birthday. And needless to say, he got to like 17 and he like passed out, throwing up, almost had alcohol poisoning. But the ambulance ride was less than a mile and it cost him like $7,000.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he ended up being so broke because that hospital trip alone ended up being like 10, 15 grand, and he couldn't finish school because he could never pay for the ambulance trip and the hospital stay.
That's why people be like, don't call the ambulance. Like, it's not because they don't. Sorry, Meg. Are we getting super off topic?
Put me in an Uber. Somebody take me
on here.
One of my homies literally got knocked out, and he woke back up when somebody yelled, "Call the ambulance." I swear.
You know,
in Hollywood, like there was like a big like brawl, and like he was on the floor, and somebody said, "Call the ambulance," and he was like, "No."
No, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Yo, the part of his brain that pays the bills was like, "Hey,
he was like, hey, I don't got that."
That was like smelling salts for him, Pat. The thought of paying that bill. I'm good, bro. What's up?
I'm good.
What's up?
He was like, I got this.
I passed out in the Laugh Factory a few years ago, and I had no idea what was coming. And I was so embarrassed that I was like, they were like, "Oh, we'll call an ambulance." I was like, "No, I'm not from here. I'm just here doing some work, and I don't trust hospitals here. I'm fine." And I stayed for the entire show. And somebody came up to me and was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, I lied." I was like, "I saw this director and I was just trying to show that I could." But I literally passed out in the Laugh Factory. It was great.
Have you ever been in a ambulance? I've never been in an ambulance.
Nope.
Yeah, I've been in an ambulance.
I haven't ever.
And I've still never paid that bill. I'm not paying it. They can go to hell. I'm not paying it.
I've been in I remember I had a heart. My heart felt like I was beating real fast, and I had an EKG, and I was at the hospital by myself. And when they took the first one, they were like, "Actually, we're gonna go get a specialist." And once they said that, I started crying. I was so scared. I was like, "Well, it's over for me." But I lived.
What'd you say? Like, I'm not gonna eat any more pig feet. That's all it was. I'm out of here. He's out.
See, I'm trying to share my life with you, Megan, and this is what you do.
You try to be vulnerable.
Trying to be vulnerable, and this is what she does.
It's what we do. Don't say she, we.
No, Megan, I've never said anything mean on
Yes, you have. You say mean stuff to me all the time.
No, I didn't, man. That's your
Yes,
that's
you
your...
do. You say about my fiance don't love me. You be saying all kind of.
I did not say that. I just said he didn't want to marry you. I said he didn't want to marry you. I didn't say he didn't love you.
You did say he didn't love me. You said he did not.
And so far, that's proven to be true. You haven't proven me wrong there.
How do you know I'm not married?
I can see it in his face.
See how that's not mean?
Your baby seems very happy, though.
You are mean, Kevin.
I'm not.
Oh, I am this because of you.
Yes.
Well, it could be worse. Could be PJ Washington.
Man. Did you see the video where she was like, "You got to get the NBA players. They're stupid."
You know what? I was just talking about this. This is the only generation where a kid can grow up and look at their parents' social media going far back. Like everything, like our parents, like it was memories or like stories about so-and-so or photos or maybe like
what they told you.
Exactly. But you can literally like scroll. So like because that's viral now. It has nothing to do with her.
Oh,
page.
that's not. You can't get that off. That's on the internet forever.
Bruh, and
That's so.
Kim Kardashian's kids gonna be able to look up one day and be like, "Huh, that's not daddy."
my mom busted wide open. Nope.
Busted.
Oh, that took me a second.
Yeah, they're gonna have another wish. They wish they had another wish to erase that from the internet.
You know what's crazy? That's not. I would rather that. I would rather look at, and this might be the worst thing I ever said. I would rather see a sex tape of my mom before she met my dad than a video of my mom planning on using my life to trap.
I get that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like scamming dudes, like, you know, like, oh, I broke his heart and took his money. Like, that's one thing, but like a baby, that's a whole person. That is
no. I'd rather want to know that my mom was just out here gold digging. You know why? Because she can lie and be like, that was a phase in my life. I was wrong. I don't believe in that. And that was terrible. But even if you said that about a sex tape, I have still seen you do your stuff.
But that's just sexual agency. She was just having sex. She didn't know he was going to do that.
You want to see your mom busting it wide open, Kevin? No.
I said I'd rather.
I want to see what my mom working with. I want to see what my mom got. I would be like, dang, mom, you is out here. You can do that?
I'm about to call your mom right now and tell her that.
Call her. If I had the opportunity to see, if it was out there, be like, yo, your mom is wild, bro. Check this out. I'd be like, dang, let me see. Okay, as long as people were respecting it. If she was lazy and she was just phoning it in, I'd be upset. But if she was not...
Kim was phoning it in. I would have been very disappointed in my mom. Like, damn, you ain't throw it back or nothing.
Well, Black China's tape was worse. I watched that in disappointment. I was like, son of a, come on, hold it, do something.
Why did they cut to them at the airport, like getting on the plane, and then like them at dinner, and then it went back to sex? I was like, what are these commercials? I don't care about.
I've never seen that. I've never seen that sex tape.
You know, I've never seen the tape.
I didn't know Black China had a sex tape until this moment.
Yeah, with the little singing guy from this group. His name was Nietzsche. He's very attractive.
Yeah. I've never seen Kim Kardashian's or nothing. I don't know.
Same.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Same.
Okay, well, let's take a vote, y'all. Who's a better dancer, Michael Jackson or Usher?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, but I will say Usher may be the better singer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually I might have to agree with that. And me too, Michael Jackson's better dancer. Looks like Michael Jackson is unanimous. We'll be right back after this. What's worse, being hungry or being hot?
That's a tough one.
Man.
That is tough.
I was both hot and hungry this weekend, and the thing that bothered me the most was being hot. I feel like hunger, although it is very strong of an emotion and a feeling, it dissipates quickly. Hot, I feel like it takes a little bit longer to cool down and to calm down. If you've been really hot for like an hour, even if you get an AC, it'd be like, whew, whew. You know, maybe 5-10 minutes till you feel good again. You're hungry, a bite or two in, you already be like, oh, great, this is great. This is fantastic. You
got to take your bra off for a second, huh, Kev? You just got to wait a minute.
I'm not even saying anything to you. You. There's 5 people on this episode.
You're making it too easy for me, Kevin.
I'm not.
He in a V-hole. See, this is why he called you a clit head.
I have a clit head. So is Kevin.
He in a clit head. I would say that is true. And I feel like being hot, you notice it the whole time. When you're hungry, it kind of comes and goes. You're like, dang, I'm hungry. And then you could do something and then you notice it later. But like when you're hot, it is like you're just hot the whole time. And it's really
what if you're at the hangry stage? Like it's past the going and coming.
That one's a little bit harder to go. That's when your attitude starts shifting.
Oh.
I'm telling you, when I'm on you guys ever been on a plane that's too hot?
Yes.
And you can't, it's just stupid uncomfortable. I've been on a plane too high. You've been on a plane really hungry. The worst is being hot.
Mm-hmm.
You can't sleep. When you're hungry, you can still sleep. Like, okay, I ain't got nothing to eat. Let me just go to bed. And then you don't feel it. I feel like when you're hot, you still feel it even in your sleep.
Yeah, you can't sleep if you're hot.
Ooh. Yeah, I agree with you, Kev, on that, because I'm going through the perimenopause and them hot flashes can go to hell. So yeah, I'd rather be hungry than hot.
They go to hell, they'll just be, it's already hot there.
That's why I got to get my life together, because like if this is like a preview of hell, hey man, I am not gonna make it.
What if hell was also like hungry? Like you had an order, like some food that was fire, that was like literally like 5 minutes away on Hell Postmates, but it never got closer. So you were just like,
yeah, you'd end up fighting the devil. You'd be like, oh, did you let this motherfucker in or what?
That would be supreme torture.
I would talk to the devil. I'd be like, hey, for real, man, it's hot in here. I ordered this shit a minute ago. Are you opening up the gates or what? Like, all right, see, Meg is like, I didn't know Heidi was gonna come in so high today.
Heidi, we know you.
What's the delivery?
Heidi coming in hot, Heaslet, yes.
I mean, it says he's lit in my name, like born and raised.
He's lit. Oh my God, that was so good, Heidi.
I mean, I do have a question about hot, because like, you know, hot, when you said, are you hungry or hot? Hunger is clear. You need food. But when you say like, oh, you hot, and I only know this because of my last name, is like, oh, that's hot. Oh, like that's like hot can be a good thing. Like, oh, it's hot, but hunger is never a good thing. Like,
I call you Mr. Fredericks. I called your brother that. So.
Yeah, no, it's nothing. It's nothing. But and here's the thing: when you're, you gotta go, Kev. All right.
Yeah.
Let's keep that standard going.
Bye, Kev.
Bye, Kev. We love you.
Bye.
Enjoy your bra convention. Okay.
Well, I guess
I love him, Ty. He's my brother.
I get we talking about temperature.
I get it.
So maybe I was distracting.
I feel like an easy way to figure out the answer is like, would y'all rather be like cool and like, okay, so if the options are hot or hungry, are you guys more bothered if you're like hot and full, like you're not hungry at all, or if you're, you know, or if you're hungry and cool? Like, what would bother you guys more?
I just think
Hot
heat
and
is
full.
the worst.
Hot and full would be torture. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like I think heat's the worst.
It is.
Yeah.
Because at least with eating, you know, if you're really hungry, and I've done this several times, like if you do a fast and you get those hunger pains, if you drink water, that hunger pain will go away for a little bit.
Yeah.
Drink something, it leaves you.
Water?
So, you said why?
And then like
Water?
Well, you know, like, you know, when you're hungry, thirst and hunger is like allegedly the same thing. I didn't know this, but like when you're thirsty, for example, it could be either because of food or because you're actual thirsty. When you're hungry, it could be because you need, like, you're dehydrated or because you actually need food. So it's the same. Your brain doesn't have a differentiator, I think. That's what I was reading.
You can go several days without food, but if you go without water, you die.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But as far as like, oh my gosh, like, you know, like that pain, like, oh, I'm hungry. A lot of times it's not hunger, it's actually thirst. But we, in our minds, we think it's, oh, I'm hungry, but you really just need to drink more water, or you need to put more liquids in your body. I learned that because I didn't know. Look it up. It's a thing.
Never thought of it. I will say when it comes to heat, there's different variations of heat, because like I like the heat. I like hot weather. I like the summer, but I live in Maryland and the humidity is trash. So if you have hot and then humid, no, I don't want it.
The worst.
So humid is like also that like is wet the right word? But it's just like,
yeah, it's very moisturized, it's thick, and it's like it's about to rain right now because it's so humid. That's why I got all these wigs. Because child, my hair look like a brittle pad up underneath this. And you put the wig on, and you just lay your edges down and you fine.
I like that. That's actually a very easy way to get it done without messing up your hair or having to deal with the frizz from the humidity.
Protective styling. It's a thing.
I think for me, it comes down to sleep. Like I can sleep hungry, but I can't sleep hot.
Same.
Can't sleep hot.
Yep. Drink your swig of water and go to sleep. You won't even know that you're hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Like angry, like being angry when you're hot and being angry when you're hungry. It's two different things.
Have you ever woke up out of your sleep when it was like really hot and wanted to fight?
Like, get off me. Like, I used to date this guy who he always had to touch me when we were sleeping. Like he had to, like, I had to be physically touching him some kind of way. And so like, if I rolled over or something, he would tap my leg and I'd be like, and I'd have to roll over and put my leg on him. Oh my God. I hated it. We're not together anymore.
I hate people who try to like cuddle. Like it's just like, it's not.
I do like 5 minutes. Like, oh yeah, cuddle. 5 minutes. After that, you have to go on your own side, bro.
Yeah, cuddle for a little bit and now get off me.
What temperature do y'all sleep at? Like, if you put on the AC, because that's a very big deal.
I'm at
72.
67.
71. You said 67, Heidi?
Yes. 66. 67.
72.
That's the sweet spot.
Wait, what do you do, Pat?
67 to 69.
Ooh, I do 71, of course.
I do 72. 72.
Why so specific?
Because you know what? I also think it's your house too. I don't know if these like 70, 72, 60 is exactly what that is. I have a feeling it has like, it also depends on where the thermostat is in your house, where the actual like thermometer reader is at, because I feel like sometimes I've been at somebody's house when it was like 67 degrees and I felt fine, but 67 degrees at my house, I'm going to be freezing.
It is cold. Yeah, 60 something, that's too cold. 72, the thermostat's in my living room, and that's where it's the best, but it gets colder in the bedrooms than it does, because of the open space. So, but 72 is perfect, and it regulates the temperature in all of the rooms of the house, and everybody's fine.
It just needs.
But if it was just my house, 70 all the time.
Heidi, you really do 67? That's like mostly dudes be having like.
Girl, I don't live in no house,
No, but I know, but even in an apartment, like usually guys be wanting it cold like that.
Well, I'm a little rough.
You got to get ready for your boo to come over. Let me go ahead and turn down this thermostat. Let me.
Heidi Heaslet. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, I live in a smaller spot. I would love to hit that 71, 72. That sounds super nice. Sounds like you got air circulating. Sounds like you could walk outside. Sounds like you could do a lot of stuff. A bitch in a freezer box. So.
Oh, so you don't set it to 67. It's just 67.
No, I said it. You are like, Heidi is wilding today. No, I mean, when I leave, I, turn everything off. But when I get back home, it's like at 75, like without nothing touching it. So it's super, super hot.
Now, do you leave it on or do you have it set to auto?
No, I have to physically touch that shit. So like when I leave, I say auto, stop everything, let it get as warm as it needs to get. And then when I get back home, I have to drop it down to like 66, 67 so that we can like even it out.
Okay. See, I leave it on auto when we're home. When we're not home, I just turn it off.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Back in, just turn it on and we're fine. But like some people just leave theirs just on, just consistently running.
I am not that rich.
Yeah, I cannot afford continuous on.
Like,
doesn't it cost? Somebody told me it costs when you turn it off that frequently, you're actually using more money because
if you're turning it on and off, that's bad. Yeah.
Because I was like, it was something about like, at least if you leave it on, you regulate the temperature. You can like move, like you're leaving. Okay, well, let me put the temperature up, some or down. But then when you turn it off, I think it has to like kickstart it. Uses more energy to like get back going and then bring the air all the way back down.
So what you're saying is like I should set it to 70 and just let it rock instead of.
If that's true, we need some confirmation on that because that's a really good.
No, because that's like growing up. That's always what I heard from older people. Like they like, don't turn it off. You go use more money. And of course, I just moved to my first house. I don't know. But I always thought about that. I was like, oh, I guess that does make sense. Like you don't turn it all the way off. You just change like hotter or colder.
I can't tell.
No, my mom turn the air on, turn the air off, turn the heat on, turn the heat off. And I'm like, that's why your bill looks ridiculous. Leave it on auto. But when we leave out the house and nobody's here, shut it off. But no, she's on off. And like her temperature, because well, she's older. I'm in the perimenopause, but she's in the, so her temperature changes every 5 minutes.
What does auto imply though?
I think it means it's like self-regulated.
Yeah.
Like,
So
go ahead.
If I set my thermostat to 72, that's what it'll be at, right? It'll run on that, and then that's the temperature it'll regulate at, and it'll turn off on its own. And when it starts to get hot again, it'll automatically turn on long enough for it to regulate all of the temperature in the rooms and shut it off, instead of you physically going and kicking it on, because the condensation pump can get full and it can flood, and then it'll shut off the thermostat. So the automatic, it's like it regulates itself.
Sounds like both.
Instead of like restarting, like.
Yeah. It's like, imagine turning your car on and off. Like if you're at a traffic light, it's a red light. I want to turn my car off. Oh, light's green.
Right.
Let me turn the car back on.
Right. You just put your foot on the brake and chill until the fucking light turns.
Right.
It sounds like you described both versions like that, though. Both versions had them turning on and off, which seems like they should both be expensive. I'll do some research.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's more expensive to do that.
Yeah, I don't even know if you find out, but we really got into this.
Way too deep, y'all.
AC talk. I just think it needs to be cold enough where if you stick your leg out in of the covers, it should be a little cold. But it's
See, and that's what I'm saying, because like when I go to bed at night, I want to feel like my covers is doing something.
And you do have deeper, better, more restful sleep when it's cold. Because your body can drop down lower and it's not working as much to like regulate your body temperature.
Although it is the worst thing in the world if your blanket is just naturally hot, so you're burning up, and then you take it off and then it's like freezing. Like it'll take me forever to fall asleep if it's like that. It's just like hot and cold, like extremes. I hate that.
All right, y'all, let's do a vote. What's worse, being hungry or being hot?
Hot.
And I'm also going to go with hot. So it looks like the hots have it. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of SquADcast. We do this every Monday right here on All Def. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you have any topics that you'd like for us to debate, put it in the comment below. Or also, what does Tahir say? Send him an email? What?
He said don't send him nothing no more.
He don't want to. Just put it in the comments below, y'all. We do be reading some of y'all's little ugly comments. Thank you, Heidi, for joining us. Also, Ty Davis, thank you for your presence. And Patrick Cloud, you cool too, I guess. Thank you, Kev on stage, who's not here. And I make Scoop. We will see y'all next Monday right here on SquADcast.